This video is sponsored by WingFox. WingFox is an online platform that provides various art courses such as CG, game art, animation, and many more. Right now, WingFox is offering a digital painting course on Photoshop. The teacher, Fishman, is a concept designer who has years of experience in designing concept art. In this course, he will be sharing his workflow, tips, and skills when it comes to digital painting. In only 31 hours, you will learn how to develop proper painting habits and painting skills. This course is suitable for beginners who wants to improve that digital painting. Use my coupon code for a 15% discount. Click the link in the description below to sign up. Konnichiwa Miyamura Yoshikawa Ishikawa Iura. Senpai desu. In today's video, we'll be talking about how to draw the neck, the shoulders, the arms, and the connection between these three parts. At first, I wasn't really planning to make an arm or neck related tutorial video because, well, I think they are the easiest part of the body to draw. But maybe that's not the case for you kohais. Also, I've noticed many of you have similar problems when it comes to these parts. The arm is either too thin or too flat or too short. The ratio of the whole arm is out of proportion too. I'm one step away from completing the whole anatomy tutorial anyway, so let's go. Let's start with the neck and shoulders. The neck connects the head with the torso, and this allows mobility and movement for the head. There are three parts that you need to know when drawing the neck: the clavicle, the sternocleidomastoid muscle, and trapezius. The primary actions of this muscle include the rotation of the head to the opposite side and the flexing of the neck. If Sanjogahara didn't have this muscle, she would have lost her head a long time ago with that crazy head tilt. For the clavicle, I think I've mentioned it before, but here's a little recap. Our clavicle is actually bent, it's not straight. Try touching your own sexy clavicle.
Mamma mia, you're right. And it's also very hard, but it's not as hard as my pee-pee.
Trapezius is a muscle that rests on our shoulders. When we're drawing kawaii waifus, we would make this muscle less obvious, because you wouldn't want your waifu to look like Puri Puri Angel. But you can't totally ignore this part as well. Many of you tend to ignore this muscle and your drawing ends up like this. This is wrong. Also, waifus tend to have longer and slimmer necks compared to husbandos. Keep that in mind. Here's some extra tips. I know the shoulders and the chest have their own respective muscle groups, but to make things simpler, I usually group them together and link them like this. You can think of it as the shoulder being connected to the oppai. Next, I'll talk about the arms. Let's start with our good old friend, Dimitri the Geometry.
Hello there.
The arm can be simplified into two basic geometries, which are spheres and tubes. The sphere here represents the shoulder, while the sphere here represents the elbow. The tube here represents our arm, and the tube here represents our forearm. The ratio of our arm and forearm is 1:1. When we put our arms down like this, the level of the elbow is around the level of the navel, while the level of the wrist is around the level of the pee-pee. Unless you have a long pee-pee. By understanding the ratio of the arm, you can avoid the problem of drawing them too long or too short. Here's a small tip. You can draw a curve like this to double check whether the position and the ratio of your arm are aligned and accurate.
Senpai, are you sure you didn't make that up?
What? Of course not!
You dare to doubt Leonardo da Vinci?
Alright, now that we know the basic structure of the arm and its ratio, let's move on to the muscle. After countless tutorials, I'm sure you kohais know what are the main muscles on our arms, right? Yes, biceps and triceps. And no, don't forget about the deltoid and the forearm muscle. You must know these four main muscles if you want to draw a better looking arm. A very common mistake by beginners is that they tend to draw the arm with two simple lines. There are no muscles at all. Where's the two-ways motion? It's so flat that I'd almost mistaken it as Russia. Next, I'll show you how to implement all the tips above into your arm drawing. Firstly, draw the geometries. Make sure the ratio of the arm and the forearm is correct. Then, draw the muscles. Make sure you draw the two waves motion to express the deltoid, biceps, triceps, and forearm muscle. When we're drawing kawaii waifus, the intensity of the two waves motion should be gentler compared to husbandos. Lastly, finish the senga and it's done.
Who doesn't know how to draw like this? Teach us how to draw the arms in different angles.
Oh my dear Aho-kun, I know this is going to hurt you, but listen. Listen carefully. This is the only way. Do you want to know why you can't draw the arms in different angles? Because your first step is already wrong. When drawing the geometries, especially the tube, if you can't visualize the 3Dness of it, please draw the reference line. Nobody will laugh at you for doing that. Okay, maybe Kim Jong-gi will. My point is, even I still use reference lines to help me, and you should too.
Bonus tips.
Let's talk a little bit about the connection between the clavicle and the arm. Just like how your teacher won't forget to give you homework even after the bell, I won't forget the bones. This thing here is our clavicles. Our clavicles are actually slanter than you think. You can connect the end of the collarbone to the shoulder like this to complete the outer contour of the shoulder. It's also important to draw the bones, not just the muscles, because the outer contour is made up of bones and muscles after all. With this, I finally completed my basic anatomy tutorial series.
No, teach us how to draw the ear.
Wait,
Abs.
hold up.
Pee-pee.
I said basic. I didn't say I will stop doing them. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for sticking around with this not so useful hentai tutorial series. I hope you can finally draw your waifu in any fantasy you want now. From now on, I'll focus on making tutorial videos that covers a wider range of topics like... So stay tuned. Also, I would like to take a moment to give a shout out to Lord Spot Butt for winning the Discord server logo competition. I gotta say, it's a pretty cool animation. Follow this amazing animator on Instagram and join our Discord to stand a chance to win amazing events like this. Please drop a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter. DM me if you want a commission from me. Alright, that's all from me. Ja na, guys.